motherfucker.
The Jell-O Program, starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston and Phil Harris and his orchestra.
Thank you. This is Groucho Marx. Well, here I am, stepping in over my head again.
With Fibber McGee and Molly.
Folks, this is just as new to me as it is to you.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Rochester.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Well, what an original greeting.
Hello and welcome to another week of comedy, funny, haha, on Dwayne Old Time Radio. One thing, please subscribe to my channel. If you enjoy what I'm doing, subscribing is 100% free. Also, one more thing, if you have a few seconds or 1 minute, please leave a review on your preferred podcast service, especially if you're on Apple, Spotify, or really just your preferred podcast service. Thank you, and hope you enjoy.
Howdy, everybody. Here we are, all ready to take you down to Pine Ridge for another visit with Lum and Abner. Brought to you by the makers of Horlicks, the original malted milk. The rich, full flavor of Horlicks malted milk is one that you will never grow tired of. Horlicks is always a delicious drink, always refreshing and invigorating. It's a nourishing and energy-giving drink, too. A fine food drink for both children and adults. Horlicks malted milk, you know, is rich in vitamins and minerals that help children develop healthy, sturdy bodies, sound bones, and teeth. Those vitamins and minerals are carefully preserved by Horlicks' method of vacuum processing the rich, full cream milk and fine wheat and malted barley used in making Horlicks malted milk. But beware of cheap imitations of Horlicks, the original and genuine. Always ask for it by name and refuse to accept a substitute. Horlicks malted milk can be purchased in both natural and chocolate flavors. And now, let's get ready for Lum and Abner. Well, you know, Lum and Abner and Grandpa Spears have sold the Pine Ridge Oil Company's holdings to the Southwest Oil Company for $3,000 in cash and a royalty of 10 cents per barrel on all of the oil produced on the property hereafter. Well, after the deal was completed, they found that Squire Skimp is the president of the new company and that they had been tricked into selling him their interest. They also learned that the $3,000 lacked $30 of paying off all of their indebtedness. And as we look in on Pine Ridge today, we find Lum just entering Abner's house upon his return from the county seat to settle off all their bills. Listen.
Well, come in, Lum. Come in. Did you just get back?
Yeah, let me get here to the fire. I'm about half fresh.
Yeah, it's cold, yeah.
Granny, it's cold out today, especially riding in that open car with the mail carrier. I don't see why he don't get himself a suit on.
Did you get the check cashed all right?
Yeah. Deposited in there at the bank. Opened up an account and set right down there and mailed everybody we owed a check. That's what's taking me so long.
Yeah, well, fine.
Well, we don't owe a soul now.
No.
Ever since we get out of the royalties on the oil now, it'll be velvet.
Yeah? Be what?
Velvet, clear profit.
Oh, yeah.
That's a relief to get everybody all paid.
Yeah, there was a fellow over here looking for you about an hour ago, but he weren't looking for you.
He was looking for me, but he weren't looking for me.
Yeah, he thought he was, but he wasn't. He was looking for the head of the oil company. He never knowed we'd sold out.
More likely some big oil man wanting to buy some oil. Well, he's just wasting his time. I'll tell him that. Squire Skimp's done sold all that oil we had in them barrels over there.
Well, he weren't in the oil business. He said he was with the Southern Pipeline Company, whatever that is.
Yeah, that's the oil business, too. I reckon he's wanting to see us about putting a pipeline into this well out here.
Now, what would he want to put a pipeline in there for?
Abner, pipelines is what they use to get the oil from the well to the refineries with.
What's a refiner?
Why, they've got to run it through the refinery before they can sell it.
Oh.
See, there ain't a railroad out here they can haul it over, so they run a pipe under the ground from the well to the refinery and just pump it through there.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea. I reckon who studied that out?
No, they've been doing that for years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they've got pipelines running all over the country.
Well,
I reckon that's what that fellow wanted to see me about. Get me there, let them run a pipeline from here to the refinery and sell them our oil.
yeah, well, he never said, and I never asked him. I was busy popping some popcorn here in the fireplace at the time and had to get back to it before it burnt. I just told him that we weren't in the oil business no more. Squire Skimp was the man he wanted to see and just shut the door in his face.
Well, I'm sorry I missed him. I'd love to talk with him, give him my views on the oil business. You say you was popping some popcorn?
Yeah, here, help yourself.
No, I wouldn't care for none of it.
Oh, go ahead, help yourself. I've had all I can hold.
Yeah. I ain't much of a hand for popcorn. Might try a sprinkling of it. That is, if you had all you want.
Yeah, sure, help yourself. I just got so hungry sitting around here today, I had to fix up something to eat.
Well, sir, it's right funny about folks' taste. Some folks likes one thing and some like something else.
Yeah.
Me, I never cared for popcorn. Just weren't turned that way.
Lum, I was just wondering, I reckon, could you sort of, spare me a quarter?
Quarter?
Yeah, 2 bits, yeah. I just about run out of something to cook up over here, and I thought if you could sort of lend me a quarter, why, I just go over to Sister Simpson's and eat supper over there tonight.
Well, I do know.
What's the matter?
Well, it's just sort of funny, that's all.
Funny?
Yeah, that's what I come by here for, to see if you had any change on you.
Well, no, I ain't got a nickel. I give you the last cent I had when I paid you that $10 yesterday to take care of what we owed on the oil well.
Well, I never had the $10 myself. I had to take some chickens and eggs into the county seat this morning and sell them to raise my part of it.
Well, now, that's a fine how to do, ain't it? 2 richest men in Pine Ridge ain't got enough money to eat on.
Oh, well, I wouldn't worry. When them royalties starts coming in off of that oil, well, we'll have more money than we know what to do with.
Yeah, but what we going to do till we get that? I'm hungry.
Well, what about me? I ain't even had no dinner. I was in there at the county seat and never even had enough to go buy a bowl of soup with.
Well,
hand me that bowl of popcorn there again. Ordinary, I don't care for this stuff, but I see right now a fella can get hungry enough to eat anything.
Hey, Doggers, when we do get that money, I'm just going to go someplace and buy me a restaurant and sit down right there at the counter and eat the thing up.
Yeah, I seen a fella in there at the county seat standing right smack in the window cooking pancakes this morning.
Yeah, I saw him.
Flipping them way up in the air and all that stuff. Just showing off. My grannies, I could have div right through that plate glass window and fit him for a stack of them. You oughtn't to let them cook stuff in the windows that way. Folks is hungry and watch them. It's cruel.
Well, you didn't have to stand there. You could have walked off.
If ever I own a restaurant, I'm going to paint the windows black. Ain't no use to make nobody suffer that way.
Well, I wish we'd quit talking about eating. I'd love to get my mind off of it if I can.
I was just thinking, Abner, Squire Skimp sold that oil over there yesterday. We might could go over and get him to pay us a royalties on it this afternoon.
Yeah, Squire will do it. He about like him to refuse to let us have it.
There ain't no reason why he oughtn't to. He'll have to pay us anyway the first of the month. But if he knowed we wanted it, he more than likely wouldn't let us have it.
No, that dad-blamed old skinflint be just do him good to see me and you go hungry. Still, if he never knowed we was needing it so bad, why, he might let us have it.
I don't know. I don't believe we can count on getting it there. I don't want to ask no favors off of Squire Skimp. I don't want to get mixed up with him no more than I have to. Money he's owing us, too.
Why, sure, it's our money.
And here he is refusing to let us have it. Why, the dad
I hate him to pieces.
That's friendship for you. As long as we've knowed him, supposed to be friends, and then refusing to pay us when we got what we got coming to us. I'm just a good man.
Wait a minute, Lum. Yonder he comes right now. Look out the window there.
Yeah. Swan, he's got a lot of nerve coming over here after pulling a stunt like that. Grannies, I'm going to tell him about it, too. I'm going to jump him the minute he comes in that door, and if I don't tell him...
Wait, old Lum, now. We ain't even asked him for it yet.
No, that's what I say. The very ideas of him refusing to let us have it when we ain't even... Huh?
I say we ain't even asked him to let us have it yet.
Oh, that's right, we ain't. Well, he...
Huh?
Nothing. Just let it go. We just act like nothing ain't happened. Treat him just like we're as good of friends as ever. Don't let him know we're mad.
No. Tell you the truth, I don't know yet what we're so mad about.
Well, you don't aim to sit back and let him treat... That's right. Well, Just let it go. Best thing to do is forget it. Forgive and forget. Or forget anyway.
Yeah. There he is. Come in, Squire. Come in.
Well, howdy, Squire.
Well, how are you gentlemen today?
Well, all right now.
It's a good thing you never got your head yourself, Squire. Lum was just about
Shut
in.
up, Abner.
Well, gentlemen, I might as well get right down to business. I'm kind of a hurry. I've been hearing a little talk around that you gentlemen ain't altogether satisfied with the deal we made the other day.
Well, we ain't tickled to death over it.
No.
In the first place, we never knowed you was the one that was a-buying it, or we wouldn't have sold it to you. In the second place, we never got enough cash out of it to pay off all we owed for drilling the well and building that altar.
And in the third place, we're both broke and ain't got nothing to eat on.
Well, now, I heard that you was dissatisfied with the deal, and that's what I come over to see you about. You know, we've all been friends for so long that I don't want it said that Squire Skimp would take advantage of nobody.
Well, I reckon it's too late now, Squire. The deal's done closed. The fact is, we've done cashed the check you give us and spent the money.
Well, now, that's all right about that now. If you fellers had the oil well, why, it wouldn't take you very long to pay me that money back. Tell you what I'm willing to do, men. Just to show you that I want to do the right thing. If you'll give me back that agreement that I signed where I agreed to assume any obligations of the company, I'll give you the well and the property back, and give you a little time on paying me back the $3,000.
You mean just swap back with us?
Well, yes, I'm losing heavy by doing it, but I'd rather have it that way than to have you gentlemen think for 1 minute that Squire Skimp ain't a true and loyal friend.
Well, I'll sworn to goodness.
Yeah, I will, too.
I'll have to admit I had you figured out all wrong, Squire. Why, that's the nicest thing I ever had anybody offer to do for me. And that's true friendship if ever I seen it.
Yeah, if you hear anything I said about you, Squire, well, I never said it. Or I never meant it.
Yeah, that's the generousest thing I ever heard of.
Yes, it is.
But we couldn't do it, Squire. I just couldn't bear to let you make that sacrifice. We made the deal, and if we got skinned, it was our own fault. Now, we just couldn't let you do that.
Well, now, man, I insist on it. I want to do that for you. I just wouldn't feel right if I never. Just give me back that agreement that I signed, and, well, you won't even have to pay me the $3,000 back.
No, Squire, that's nice of you, though, but we just wouldn't feel right
There's
about it.
somebody at the door there. Come in.
Well, hello, Dave.
Hey, did you fellas hear about Squire? Oh, hello, Squire. I didn't see you. Mighty sorry to hear about the hard luck you had.
Hard luck? What happened, Dick?
Hasn't Squire told you about it yet? Why, no, haven't got around to it yet, Dick, no.
Hey, what's the matter? What you talking about?
Why, there was a fella come in here today from the Southern Pipeline Company. They found out that isn't an oil well over there. You fellas drilled into one of their pipelines.
Huh?
Why, that's oil that's been coming out of there. You drilled a hole right into their pipeline that runs through here. That oil's running out of the pipeline. You didn't any more have an oil well over there than nothing.
Well, I'll be dead and blamed.
Well, no wonder Squire Skimp was so anxious to get back that agreement he signed, assuming all responsibilities of the previous owners of the oil well. Mothers everywhere are enthusiastically praising Horlick's malted milk tablets. These nourishing, energy-giving tablets are an excellent means of helping children ward off fatigue and hunger when playing or at school. The delicious candy-like flavor is one that children love, and they will gladly take a supply of tablets to school with them. Horlick's malted milk tablets can be easily carried in a coat pocket or purse. And that's why they are such handy things to take along on shopping expeditions, on motor and hunting trips. A few tablets dissolved in the mouth when you begin to feel tired or hungry will pep you up, satisfy your hunger. When you're at your work, Horlick's tablets will keep you going at top speed on days when you can't get out to eat on time. Horlick's malted milk tablets can be purchased in both natural or chocolate flavors. They come in handy pocket-sized flasks for 10 cents, which can be readily refilled from the larger sizes. This is Carlton Brickert speaking for Lum and Abner and Horlick, who bid you all good night and good health.
take you down to Pine Ridge for another visit with Lum and Abner. Brought to you by the makers of Horlicks, the original malted milk. Your doctor will tell you that one of the most important factors in good health is plenty of rest, plenty of refreshing sleep. Without a sufficient amount of sleep regularly, our bodies are apt to run down, our resistance to sickness and disease be lowered. No, there isn't any substitute for the tonic of a full night's rest. Now, some people have difficulty getting to sleep easily at night. They lie awake for hours, just can't get to sleep. Well, those people don't know the secret of a cup of Horlicks malted milk, hot, at bedtime. A drink of Horlicks to relax your body, soothe your nerves, help you to fall asleep quickly, help you to sleep soundly, too. Tonight, just before you go to bed, drink a cup of Horlicks, hot. You'll sleep better, more restfully. You can get Horlicks, you know, in either natural or chocolate flavor. And now, let's get ready for Lum and Abner. Well, yesterday, Pine Ridge received a very great shock. It was discovered that the oil well that Lum Abner and Grandpa Spears brought in and sold to Squire Skimp wasn't an oil well, after all. The old fellows had drilled into one of the pipelines of the Southern Pipeline Company, which runs close to Pine Ridge, transporting oil from distant oil fields to their refineries. As we look in on Pine Ridge today, we find Lum and Abner over at Lum's house. The old fellows are just beginning to realize what has happened. Listen.
Well, we're right back to where we started, Abner.
Yeah, no, we ain't neither, Lum. When we started, we had a good grocery store down there, and now we ain't got nothing.
Yeah, looks like we're going to have to start all over again. Well, we were sitting right smack on top of the world there for a while, though.
Yeah, but you got to recollect the world turns around. You never know when you're on the top or where you're on the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, that news yesterday just knocked the foundation right out from under all them air castles I had built.
Well, right, sort of fun while it lasted. We got to find out how it feels to be rich.
Yeah. Our trouble was we was rich without no money.
Yeah.
Now, Granny, I feel like I owe somebody something for all the good times I've had. These trips I've been making.
What trips? I never knowed you left town.
Oh, me, in the last 2 weeks, I've been all over the United States. Seen America first.
Why, you ain't done no such a thing, Lum. You've been right here all the time.
Well, I just, same as made the trip. I've been studying about them so much. Laid over there in bed of a night and imagined myself down at Daytona Beach, Florida, Hot Springs and California. Feel like I owe somebody something for all them trips.
Yeah, just like that car I was going to buy, that big gray one. I put about 10,000 miles on that driving, drive it all over the country. In my mind.
Yeah.
I never will forget how everybody's eyes bugged out when I drove up in front of the blacksmith shop over there. They just took on over.
You mean you just imagined how they looked?
Yeah. I never was inside the car, but I used to sit over at the place at night and imagine myself driving it.
Well, I ain't got no regrets over it, Abner. I've always wondered how a feller felt to have all the money he wanted, and I found out.
Yeah, but now that it's all over, what are we going to do for a living? I've got to raise some money somewhere or other.
Oh, well, we can get in some kind of business.
Well, you can't go into business without money of some kind, Lum.
Yeah, that's right, ain't it?
Poor Elizabeth and Pearl, off down there in Texas. I know they're relations. They'll be tired of feeding them. I just wish there's some way for me to get them home.
Well, you better leave them down there till you find something to do. Bad enough for us to go hungry without you letting your women folks suffer. You better leave them down there where they'll be took care of.
Yeah, well, now, that might be a good idea, for if she comes back now and finds out we've lost the store and the oil well and everything else, well, ain't going to be room for both of us here in Pine Ridge, nohow.
No, I just leave them there till you get on your feet again.
Doggy, if I sold on these shoes gets any thinner, I'm going to be on my feet any day now.
Yeah. Well, I'll study something up for us to do.
It looks like a shame, Lum. Fella gets up to our age and has to get out and start all over again.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd ever have to hit another lick of work.
Well, don't get to feeling sorry for yourself, Abner. That's the worst thing a fella can do when he gets up against it.
Well, there ain't nobody else going to feel sorry for me. I may as well do it myself.
No, that's the wrong altitude to take. When I see somebody feeling sorry for himself, I know right then that he's give up. He's a goner.
Well, I ain't give up, but I'm just sort of uneasy. Body's got to eat, you know.
Well, I recollect that old lettered saying, every cloud's got a silver lining.
Yeah, them clouds are just about as far out of reach as money is. Wouldn't help me none if they had a goal line.
Yeah, I hate to think about doing it, but if the worst comes to the worst, we
well,
might...
it has. It's done come.
Yeah, I started to say I hate to go in debt, but if there ain't no other way out of it, we could mortgage our store building or borrow a little money on our farms.
Yeah, if we can find anybody to loan us anything on them. I don't believe there's a feller's got $10 and let us have it on the best house in town since the oil boom busted.
Yeah. I was just looking down there at the folks leaving town this morning. Trucks and automobiles and wagons and everything else.
Yeah.
Getting out of town as fast as they can.
Well, natural when they found out that there weren't no real oil well, all these strangers that come in here and pull out.
I had to turn around and walk back over the place. Just couldn't bear to watch it. And a touch of sadness sort of come over me.
Yeah.
Here Pine Ridge was growing so.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody excited over the oil boom. See it now, it looks like a picnic ground the day after the picnic. So.
Oh, Lord, me, it's so dead down there. Everybody could fire a cannon right down the main street and not hit a soul. Won't be 2 weeks before you can graze cattle right there in the street.
Yeah, I was talking to Dick Huddleston this morning. Said his business had fell off something wonderful since yesterday.
Well,
he had 8 extra clerks working for him. He had to let them all go this morning.
Yeah, I bet he was mad about it. He was making money hand over fist.
No, he never let on if he was.
Never, huh?
No, sitting back there by the stove when I come in and bannered me for a checker game the minute I walked in.
Well.
I know he must feel bad about it, though. But you know, Dick, he wouldn't let on if we killed him.
No.
That's what makes me feel sort of bad about it. We was the ones that thought we had an oil well and got everybody's hopes built up, and then to flop she went.
Oh, well, that's bad all right, Lum, but it done some good. We woke some of these folks up around here. They ain't had an idea in 15 years. That old Uncle Fred Cecil. He put in that hamburger stand down there. It's the first time that he's ever got up out of that rocking chair off in his front gallery there as far back as I can recall.
Yes, he's done that all right. Throwing some of these old nesters back to life.
Sure.
But the town's going to look like a graveyard for a while.
Oh, yeah.
If we'd have had any sense at all, we'd have known from the first that there weren't no oil wells.
Well, I don't see why. It looked like oil well to me. It looked like a thought one would look. I never did see one.
Well, if I'd have stopped to think, though, I recollect them laying that pipeline through here about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I never knowed exactly where it was at, but I know they just run east of town here somewhere.
Well, I can see now why Caleb had so much trouble drilling the well. Don't you know, just before he struck oil, he had to take the bit out and shorten it about 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, he thought he was hitting a big rock or some kind down there.
Yeah.
Just that iron pipe he was drilling through.
Why, sure it was a pipeline.
Natural, when he drilled a hole in it, the oil spurted up out of the ground.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thankful for one thing that we sold it before they found out what they did.
Yeah. Dick Huddleston was to tell me they're going to make old Squire pay for every bit of oil that run out of there.
Oh, me, now that's going to amount to something.
Oh, yeah. Well, Dick said he did it run to $4,200.
$4,200?
That's what he said. I hate to laugh about anybody having hard luck, but somewhere or other I can't bring myself to feel sorry for old Squire.
No, I can't neither. He had it coming to him if ever a man did.
Here he went to all the trouble of tricking us into selling the well to him, buying it under a consumed name that way. Now it's going to cost him over $7,000 to get out of it, counting the $3,000 that he gave us.
That sort of evens things up for some of the skinnings they give us, Lum.
Yeah, and he was trying to give us a skinning on this deal, but the thing backfired on him.
Yeah.
I'll bet you he'll leave us alone from here out.
Yeah, Lord, he won't bother us no more.
Me and him coming over here yesterday trying to trade back with us.
Yeah.
Making us think he was doing us a big favor for letting us have it back.
He knowed right then that we drilled into a pipeline when he came over here.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
He was trying to get that agreement back we made him sign.
Why, so what? Just what he doing when he come over.
Yeah, see, he's responsible for everything according to that agreement.
Yeah, and he'd have did anything to get that back, too, long.
Well, he made us sign the same kind of agreement himself when he sold us that land over there to start with.
Yeah.
And he had to pay off $355 to satisfy them stockholders.
That's what we
So
do.
I don't feel bad about this.
Yeah, well, now, Lum, there ain't no way for him to get out of it, is there?
Oh, no, it's legal. I looked after that part of it myself. Got his name right on it, witnessed and everything.
Well, good.
There's something about I do hereby and herewith agree. Wait, how does that go? Let me see that thing again.
Yeah, I want to be sure that agreement's worth a lot to us, Lum.
Abner.
What's the matter, Lum? You look like you saw gold.
It's gone.
What's gone?
That agreement we had, Squire, signed. Granted, I had it right here in this pocket. It ain't there. It's gone.
You don't suppose our old friend Squire Skimp could have had anything to do with the disappearance of that agreement? Ladies and gentlemen, here's a little scene that took place in the Conklin home. In the living room were Mrs. Conklin and her sister, Mrs. Meade, from out of town. The sisters hadn't seen one another in some time. They had a lot to talk about. One topic was Mrs. Meade's little daughter, and that's an interesting story, too. So let's listen.
How's little Irene? You know, I haven't seen her in, well, it must be about 2 years.
Well, she's fine, Vera. The healthiest little youngster you've ever seen. Oh, she's full of life and pep every minute of the day.
Irene is? Well, the last time I saw her, she was a thin little tyke with no color at all, and she seemed so, well, listless.
I suppose she did, but that was my fault, I'm afraid.
Your fault?
Yes, I hadn't taken the trouble to find out about Horlick's malted milk. It was Irene's school teacher who told me about that. And what a scene we had the day she told me.
A scene? Why? What was wrong?
Well, I resented her telling me how to raise my child. I thought she had a lot of nerve, and I told her so, too. And not in very gentle language, either.
Well, it's a wonder she didn't walk out on you.
Isn't it? She didn't, though, thank goodness. She just sat there calmly all the while that I was raving. Then she told me that she didn't mean to be impertinent, but she did want me to know how Horlicks had helped her little brother. He was sickly, undernourished, like Irene, you know. Oh. Well, Horlicks did wonders for him. She told me all about Horlicks, also, about its valuable nourishment and its vitamins and mineral elements, you know, that help children develop husky bodies and sound bones and teeth.
You took her advice, then?
Yes, fortunately. I went right down to the drugstore and bought a package of Horlicks for Irene.
And has Horlicks helped her?
Oh, marvelously, Vera. I've never seen such a change in a child. Ever since that day her teacher called on me, Irene has had a glass of Horlicks with every meal.
Good.
And she drinks it between meals, too. And how she loves it. But all children love Horlicks, I guess. It's such a delicious drink.
And that's the story of how Mrs. Meade found out the value of Horlicks malted milk as a children's food drink. And Horlicks malted milk is something that every parent should know about. You won't find anything that will mean more to your children's good health. You can get Horlicks malted milk, you know, in either natural or chocolate flavor. This is Carlton Brickert, speaking for Lum and Abner and Horlicks, who now bid you all good night and good health.
Thank you for listening to and showing your support for my podcast. If you would like to receive notifications of when new episodes are posted, please subscribe to my channel. Subscriptions are 100% free, and they really help me get an idea of how I'm doing. You can also go to my website where you can listen to all of my podcasts for free, and you can also download episodes for free. The website is otr.duane.media. There is also donation information on there if you want to show your support or become a patron. You can email me at info@otr.duane.media. I'm also on Instagram at duane.otr. Well, hope you enjoyed, and until next time, stay safe, wish you well, and as always, peace.